From upgrading your windshield wipers to adding some spikes to those tires, here are the best vehicle mods for the zombie apocalypse.
Hey guys, this is American Eye, bringing you another great video.
Number 12, Snowplow. When you're trying to figure out a way to plow through those hordes of zombies, don't underestimate the power of a simple snowplow. These are designed to help people clear out snow from the streets, so it should be able to clear out zombies in a similar fashion. Not only will it keep those zombies from damaging the front of your car, but it'll also help you get through the debris left over from the apocalypse. You might receive little to no damage to your vehicle if you know what you're doing. Trying to get through a city during winter might be hard enough for some people, but if it's snowing and there's zombies lurking around, it seems impossible to survive without one. Your escape plan might be reliant on getting through the elements as efficiently as possible. You definitely don't want to be this guy here stuck in the snow when zombies are surrounding you. Although the added weight might slow down just a tad, it seems worth it in the long run for getting through the apocalypse. Number 11, upgrade those windshield wipers. If you can't see through the windshield, you can't drive. End of story. You don't want to have to stick your head out the window in order to drive because you'll make yourself an easy target. Don't let the zombies win the battle that easily. Be sure to put a little extra cash into your windshield wipers in order to get rid of any unwanted stains left by zombies making impact. Not only will they come in handy when it's raining, but also you'll have better visibility. It's common knowledge that zombies can tend to splatter a little bit upon contact. You really don't want to have to grab a towel and wipe down your windshield because it might get pretty gross. The worst part about it would be that you're exposing yourself to zombie attacks and other problems if you have to go outside your car. Even just for a minute could be all it takes. For more frigid conditions, you can even get heated windshield wipers, which can melt down that pesky ice that might reduce visibility. While it might sound like the last thing you might need during the zombie apocalypse, you'll thank us when the day is finally here. Number 10, OffRoad Tires. One of the most important modifications you can make to your car is by getting some heavy off-duty road tires that will help you take on those dusty trails. Before you can make it to your hideout somewhere at an undisclosed location in the mountains, you're really going to need to switch to some off-road tires. Not all tires were meant to handle the off-road rocky ground you might have to face. The zombie apocalypse will certainly be unpredictable, so it makes sense to have at least 5 all-terrain tires in your garage at all times. Although being able to take on rough terrain is an advantage, these tires can come with some disadvantages too. They're a little bit noisier, use up more gasoline, and have a shorter tread life. They also need to be rotated more often. Make this mod to your car though if you consider yourself an outdoorsman and can survive the wilderness. Number 9, reinforced windows. This one cannot be stressed enough, and many people will realize that zombies can break through your pitiful glass windows. Don't be one of those people who gets eaten first. Zombies don't really care if they have a few cut marks on their arms from breaking open windows, so this is something you need to consider. There are many different ways you could possibly do it, but the best option would be to get bulletproof windows. Try getting some windows that were made to be burglar resistant, such as ACE security laminates. This glass is extremely resistant, especially against blunt weapons. It might crack, but it won't completely break due to the material it's made of. If you had to choose only one window to get reinforced like this, go for the windshield, since contact will most likely come head-on. Others have considered putting pieces of chain link fence to cover the side windows and the rear view window. This could also work, but don't forget that it might reduce your visibility. Number 8, bumper bars. Realistically, it might be a little bit difficult to always have a snowplow handy, and in many parts of the world, it just never snows. This is why a reinforced bumper bar would be a good option to protect the front of your car during the zombie apocalypse. You're probably accustomed to seeing these on police cars who utilize them when immobilizing a suspect's car. The bumper bar will basically bring your car to the whole next level. Your best bet would be to try to get them made from lighter metal materials such as aluminum or titanium so you don't slow yourself down too much. Try to get it customly made so it won't cover up your headlights. What's great about the bumper bars is that you can really put them on just about any model, whether you have a Marauder or a Jeep. Number 7, spikes. Using the car as your weapon, you'll realize you'll be even more efficient at finishing off the zombies if you got some spikes on your vehicle. During ancient times in Greece, they realized that adding a scythe to their chariots and riding them into enemy soldiers, that they could drive through them like a hot knife through butter. The Greeks were also on the receiving end of this technology when their hoplites were getting plowed over rather easily by the Persians. Leonardo da Vinci even came up with his own design, which looks like the Renaissance version of a zombie apocalypse vehicle. We can certainly learn quite a bit from history when it comes to chaotic situations and how to get around them. Since your whip is your modern-day chariot, go ahead and use this tip from the past and get some blades on there. With the wheels spinning at high speeds, any contact with a sharp surface could render your target completely immobile without risking too much damage. And hey, if you got the extra cash, why not add a few chainsaws for decoration? Number 6. Motorbike mods. Despite the huge contrast between a motorbike and our last few vehicles, a motorbike is still a great vehicle to use in the case of an apocalypse. Just be sure you know how to use one. While everyone is trying to leave town and getting stuck in traffic, a thin motorbike will allow you to weave efficiently in order to get the heck out of Dodge. You might find yourself to be a little more vulnerable to thieves, so you gotta watch your back. Make sure your zombie apocalypse companion is holding on tight because it might be a bumpy ride. You should even consider modifying it in order to hold on to gasoline or a shooter, which would come in handy. They're also easy on gas mileage, meaning less vulnerable pit stops you'll need to take. If you really feel as though you need to modify it, consider getting an even larger gas tank, which would make one good refuel last a really long time. Make sure you add the front off-road tires, a good windshield, and oh yeah, don't forget to put on a helmet, because the zombies will be coming after your brains. Number 5. Headlights. No police will be pulling you over during the zombie apocalypse, but you still might want to get those headlights fixed anyways. In order to reduce any possible damage to your vehicle, you have to be able to see properly what's in front of you. You might think to yourself, hey, I should probably drive without my headlights on so zombies can't see me. That sounds great and all, but the truth of the matter is, if you drive without your headlights on in a remote place, you're probably going to hit something. Consider a possible upgrade with some HID headlights or high-intensity discharge, which is a lot brighter than any normal light. If your car is not properly suited to handle driving over large groups of zombies, at least you can do is see them. These might be a little bit too bright if the apocalypse wasn't here, and you might get a ticket. But at least during the initial outbreak, the police will be off duty, so anything goes. It might be harder on some vehicles to change these bulbs, so at least figure out how to change them before doom has swept over planet Earth. You can even consider putting on more lights on the roof of your car for some extra lighting. Number 4. Airtight Sealing. If you want to take a look at a car that's totally ready for the zombie apocalypse, go ahead and look up the Beast, which is a state-of-the-art limo built for the President of the United States. One of the features here includes airtight window sealing. Why might this be important? Well, you never know how or if the zombie apocalypse could spread from an airborne virus. Have you ever came across a bizarre odor while you're driving that seemed to have came from a cow or something like that? Then it's possible your car isn't airtight sealed. Be sure to get this done in order to ensure that you don't catch the virus. Number 3. Get it lifted. First of all, low-riding cars or convertibles will definitely make you more vulnerable to zombie attacks. 2. They're low to the ground, meaning zombies will have no problem reaching over into your car from above. In most cases, it would be preferable to have your car high above ground in order to prevent it from getting stuck somewhere. This lifted truck looks like it wouldn't mind a few collisions with zombies, and they probably won't even need a snowplow. This sedan we see here has decided that being lifted with some big rims was a good modification to go with, just in case. With the addition of some off-road tires, we don't see why it wouldn't be a bad choice. Number 2. Vehicle armor. We know it might not be easy to find, but if somehow you were able to plate your car fitted with 8-inch thick steel, such as a presidential vehicle, we imagine it could definitely come in handy. What's the point of decking out your car with all these mods if bullets can pierce right through them? If you can't find anyone who has this type of reinforced steel, consider padding the interior of your car with bulletproof Kevlar as a fun DIY project for the zombie apocalypse. This could certainly be the interior decorating material of choice during the zombie apocalypse. The driver's side is, of course, the most important, but the more armor you got, the better. And number 1, Armour gas tank. This one should be pretty self-explanatory. All the armor on your car won't even matter if a sharpshooter is able to pinpoint your gas tank with precision. Sparks will fly, gas will leak, and bad stuff will happen. You guys need to armor your gas tank or you'll all be doomed. This is possibly the most important part to reinforcing your car if you're heading into hostile territory. Consider this mod and you'll be sporting a car worthy of surviving the apocalypse.